Victorian taxpayers have been slugged $40,000 for a new dining table at Parliament House, replacing one dubbed too uncomfortable in what is being described as a Saddam Hussein-inspired spending spree. Joining me now is the Daily Telegraph's Tim Blair. Tim, good to see you. Let's bring up the photos of this new dining table, please. Now, it's been described, would you believe, as bespoke, solid timber and an 8-seater. Now, I don't know about you, but $40K for that, wooden and uncomfortable, I would describe it. My back would hurt on that. What do you think?
Well, see, I'm torn here because, on the one hand, it's way too expensive, obviously, and you don't want a lot of money spent on politicians. On the other hand, though, you're right, it does look uncomfortable. And for that reason, I would like our politicians to be subject to that sort of ordeal. But seriously, 40 grand? That object? It looks like something that was hatched into a bad real estate ad for a house you weren't going to buy. Doesn't it? It doesn't really that appeal. But also, I mean, it might be enough for Labor after the people in 2026.
Well, it's been described, as I said, as bespoke. Tim, apparently this is what's in fashion in the furniture world, allegedly. Now, look, Elon Musk has hit out at the Sydney Morning Herald, part of 9 newspapers, of course, for, quote, boring audiences to death. It comes after the outlet published an article predicting that Musk would leave Tesla to focus on his work with Donald Trump, to which Elon responded, "I predict that the Sydney Morning Herald will continue to lose readership in 2025 for relentlessly lying to their audience and boring them to death." Tim, Elon is one of my MVPs of 2024. He doesn't mince his words, does he?
Absolutely not. But in this case, Elon's usually several decades ahead of the curve on all manner of things. But on this case, he's at least 20 years behind because the Sydney Morning Herald's been boring people to death for a very long time. I mean, he's got one excuse. He's over there in the US. He's not familiar with this sad shell of a newspaper. But, you can go back to, I think, maybe the mid-90s when the collapse really began at the Morning Herald, and of course it just continued. So, yeah, he's exactly right, just late to it on this occasion.
Yeah, I completely agree. Now, look, you've written in the Daily Telegraph that 2024 was a great year to shoot your boot for pollies and celebs. You've got a great list there. I've read the article. You've got Albanese, Biden, Lisa Wilkinson, Kevin Rudd. Give us a brief summary, please, of your losers of the year.
Well, these losers aren't the type that you'd find who just, had a go and have just fallen short. These losers are people like, for example, Biden, who challenged Donald Trump to a big debate, and he brought it on himself. All of them have brought about their own demise. They're all the authors of their own failure. From Lisa Wilkinson getting all uppy and hoity-toity about being described as she put it, as a tabloid journalist. Oh, no, she's not going to cop that. Been a tabloid journalist basically reformed for his entire career, to our own Kevin Rudd, who thought he was on a winner to condemn Donald Trump in a number of comments, places online, and then didn't really expect it, did he? Donald Trump came back. Oh well.
Yeah, he certainly did. I do like that you put Kevin Rudd in there because I would have put Kevin Rudd. And Joe Biden, gee, I mean, it's a shocking year, but, he brought it all upon himself in the end, I've got to say.